In the deep silence of the ancient forest, a new life is about to emerge. As a pregnant deer seeks a sanctuary far from the world's eyes, she moves with a heavy grace, her instincts guiding her toward a secluded spot where she can bring her offspring into this vast and beautiful world. Every step is deliberate, a testament to the fragile hope she carries within, searching for the perfect cradle of grass amidst the wild, green wilderness. She finds her place, a hidden haven where the grass grows tall, hoping for a moment of peace to begin the sacred journey of birth. But nature is unpredictable, and the horizon begins to shift as dark, heavy clouds gather, signaling a storm that threatens to shatter the fragile peace. The air grows heavy with the scent of rain and ozone, as the first whispers of a coming tempest rustle through the once quiet leaves above. Suddenly, the atmosphere thickens with a different kind of tension. To her left, a shadow moves, revealing a threat far more calculated than the storm. A hunter stands poised in the shadows, his bow drawn tight, his cold eyes fixed upon the deer, waiting for the perfect moment to release his arrow. The arrow points toward her heart, representing a silent death creeping from the left, while she remains anchored by the weight of her unborn child. She looks to her right, only to find another nightmare. A starving lion stalks through the brush, its muscles coiled for a lethal, explosive spring. The predator's gaze is unwavering, a golden fire of hunger that sees nothing but easy prey. Danger has arrived from every corner of the wild. Behind her, the sky screams as lightning strikes a desiccated tree. In an instant, the dry timber ignites, birthing a wall of hungry, orange flames. The forest fire spreads with terrifying speed, a devouring heat that cuts off her escape, leaving her trapped between the hunter, the lion, and death. In front of her lies the only other path, a raging river, swollen by the rains, its waters churning with a violence that would drown any life. She is surrounded, trapped by fire and water, predator and man. In this moment of being surrounded on all sides, her destiny seems written in blood. What can a creature do when death arrives from every direction? How can one survive when the very world seems to conspire against your existence? The world slows to a crawl. The roar of the fire and the rumble of the thunder fade into a singular, piercing moment of ultimate choice. In the depths of her eyes, the panic vanishes. A profound, unnatural stillness takes hold, replacing terror with a quiet, primal acceptance of her current reality. She chooses to sit. She chooses to surrender to the only thing she can control, the natural process of bringing life into this chaotic world. Her breath becomes steady. She tunes out the hunter, the lion, and the heat of the flames, focusing every ounce of her spirit on the labor. She realizes she cannot stop the arrow, nor can she tame the lion or quench the fire. She chooses to be still within the center. This is the art of internal peace, the decision to focus on the essential and let go of the uncontrollable forces that rage around our lives. A silent strength begins to radiate from her, a barrier formed by a mind that refuses to be broken by the external storms of fate. Amidst the roar of destruction, she remains a pillar of creation. She has found the eye of the hurricane, the place where destiny is truly shaped. Suddenly, the universe responds. At the exact moment the hunter releases his arrow, a blinding bolt of lightning strikes the ground near his feet. Startled and blinded, his aim falters. The arrow, intended for the deer, zips through the air on a path dictated by chance and divine timing. The projectile finds a different target, striking the lion just as it prepared to pounce. The predator becomes the victim, retreating into the dark woods. Then, the skies open. A torrential downpour cascades from the heavens, a sudden deluge that turns the air from suffocating heat to cool, wet life. The fire that threatened to consume her is smothered by the rain. What was a wall of death is now a shroud of steam. Her enemies vanish into the gloom. The hunter retreats from the storm, and the lion flees to lick its wounds, leaving the mother alone. And there, in the middle of the cooling rain, a miracle occurs. A new life is born, fragile and wet, yet pulsing with triumphant existence. She cleans her child with tender strokes, her heart full of a peace that passed through the fire and emerged stronger on the other side. The storm clears, and a rainbow arches over the valley, a silent promise that even after the darkest hour, light will always find its way. This deer is a reflection of you. We all face moments when debt, failure, and pressure seem to surround us from every possible side. When health fails, or when the weight of the world feels like it is crushing your spirit, it is easy to succumb to the panic. Conflict and crisis are the fires and lions of our modern life. They roar and threaten, demanding our fear and draining our precious energy. But like the deer, you have a choice. You can choose to stop fighting the things you cannot change, and instead find your inner center. Stillness is not weakness. It is the ultimate weapon. It is the ability to remain calm while the world around you is in total chaos. Control your attitude, and you control your world. Your internal state is the only territory where you have absolute and total sovereignty and power. When you find stillness, you find clarity. And in clarity, you find the strength to endure until the storm eventually exhausts its own fury. Keep your faith. Believe that even when you are surrounded by foes, the universe has a way of shifting in favor of the brave. A new day always follows the storm. The sun rises over the horizon, casting its warm, healing light upon the world that once felt so dark. They walk together, survivors of the tempest, living proof that life continues and flourishes for those who refuse to be consumed by their fears. True power is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of peace within the trouble. It is the secret to changing your destiny. Remember, as long as you keep your inner peace, miracles can happen. Stay strong, stay still, and let your light guide you through the storm.